All right, so this is part 2 of the mystery package that was sent out by a subscriber. In today's video, we're gonna be pretty much focusing on all the M-Wage fragrances that he sent out. So if you wanna know what I think of all these M-Wages, stay tuned. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance videos. So if you love fragrances, please consider that subscribe button down below. And also hit that bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a fragrance video. But yeah, like I said in the intro, this is part 2 of the mystery box. A subscriber just sent out so many samples. I'm gonna probably have to split this up honestly in 3 parts. And in part 2, we're gonna be pretty much focusing on all the M-Wage fragrances. And the last part, if you missed it, go check it out. I pretty much, we smelled some Creed, we smelled some M-Wage and Parfums de Mali and zaharoff. So go check that one out if you missed it and then come back to this. But this one is strictly focused on the house of M-Wage, which honestly I've started to love recently since I've smelled 3 of them. I smelled Silverman, which is actually in the last one. Wasn't honestly the biggest fan of it, wasn't up my alley, but also smelled Interlude Man and Reflection Man, which are both absolutely incredible. So I'm so excited to test out 6 M-Wage fragrances here. So let's not waste any more time. All right, so we do have our test strips. Of course, if I didn't, I would run out of room for testing all these fragrances. I wish I could spray them on skin. Obviously, they usually are a little bit different on skin, but we're gonna do test strips for now. Now, the first M-Wage we're gonna be smelling is Lyric Man. So I'm so excited. I have heard this is a very heavy rose-based fragrance. That is one thing I have heard about it. So let's go ahead and spray this one. See what we think of Lyric Man. Yeah, that's what I was pretty much expecting, to be honest with you. Extremely, I mean, you're pretty much getting punched in the face with rose. It is like a nice, dark, deep red rose though. Like if you think of rose, to me at least, I think of rose as pretty much one of the most mature floral notes in my opinion. It usually comes across pretty dark and red, and yeah, I love rose in fragrances, especially like rose oud combos are one of my favorite combinations. But yeah, this one here, Lyric Man, extremely heavy on rose. There is citruses I'm picking up on, maybe bergamot. Also, it might be lime, which is usually not in a lot of fragrances, but yeah, the lime is coming across actually pretty good. But in the opening, yeah, pretty much just rose, bergamot, lime is what I'm getting right off the bat. It does smell very expensive though, very well blended together as you can expect from M-Wage. I have been doing a lot of research recently of the house, and it's very fascinating, like they're upcoming and everything like that. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Not my favorite out of all the ones I've tested, but yeah, definitely up there for sure. It is coming across masculine, maybe gentlemanly. Like if you're in like maybe your late 20s or up, or if you just love the art of perfumery, you'll definitely love this one. Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, one of the best rose fragrances I smelled. Next one up we're gonna be smelling by M-Wage is Epic Man. I think this one's gonna be a tad bit more on my alley. I had heard a lot of good things about Epic Man, so let's go ahead and test this one out here. There we go, nice spray of it. Put that to the side there. Now, M-Wage is actually known for their incense. They make some of the best incense fragrances, and that's usually what they focus on. I know the previous one, Lyric Man, I didn't really pick up on incense. I think there was incense in it from what I've heard, but I couldn't pick it up. So let's go ahead and test this one here, Epic Man. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this one is definitely amazing. Wow. All right, right off the bat, I'm picking up on a lot of oud for sure. It is a tad bit smoky as well from the incense. This one is definitely way more incense heavy than Lyric Man. Yeah, a lot of oud, a lot of incense. Maybe a little bit peppery as well. This one's very good. Almost kind of, I don't really want to say for sure, but it kind of reminds me of Interlude Man a little bit. So obviously that one has incense and agarwood as well. But this one's phenomenal. Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely preferring Epic Man over Lyric Man as of now. After this, we're gonna test out the dry downs, and I'll pretty much rank them from least to favorite. Try to at least from the test strips. But right now, this is definitely good. Seems like a great fall and winter fragrance. Epic Man by Amouage. Love this one. All right, so the next Amouage we have here is Beloved Man. Have not honestly heard pretty much anything about this one, so I'm very curious on how this one's gonna come across. So, Beloved Man by Amouage. Let's go ahead and try this one out. Put that to the side, whoops. All right, let's see what we get. Okay. So I'm opening up citrusy. I think that's grapefruit I'm picking up on. Yeah, grapefruit there. Also maybe a little bit balsamic as well. Somewhere in the background starting to come through. It's trying to push its way through past the citrus note, but I'm not sure what note that is. I don't think it's benzoin. Yeah, this one's definitely different as well. These are all very unique in my opinion. I mean, they do not smell alike whatsoever. I mean, they shouldn't regardless, but yeah, these are good. But yeah, it's coming across, like I said, very grapefruity. A little bit balsamic right now, but I think that's gonna start to push through once they dry down. And maybe a tad bit woody. I don't think that's oud. I mean, I have no oud in here that I'm picking up on. It's not smoky, no incense really. It's heavy on grapefruit. Woody, I think that might be cedarwood. It's not creamy from sandalwood. I think that might be cedarwood, grapefruit. And somewhat balsamic. Yeah, this one's pretty good as well. Not my favorite though. This one will work perfect probably in like the springtime. As you guys can probably tell, I'm more of into like the darker, woody, earthy, animalic kind of fragrances. But of course you can't wear those in the spring and summer, so you have to pull these kind of fragrances out, which I don't mind at all. I do like these as well, but I just usually gravitate towards the darker winter, fall fragrances. But yeah, this one's good. Definitely niche. I appreciate the artistry that went into this one. Definitely smells high end. Probably not a bottle worthy for me, but I do appreciate it. And that is Beloved Man. All right, so we have 3 Amouages left. Let's try out. Next one up is gonna be Portal Man, or Portal Man. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, never heard much about this one either. So let's go ahead and give this one a smell. All right, so looking at the name is actually Portrayal Man, not Portal Man or anything like that, Portrayal Man. All right, so let's see how this one comes across and compares to the rest of the Amouages that I smelled so far. All right. I'm telling you, my room is gonna be full of Amouage fragrances, which I don't mind. All right, this one, wow. This one's coming across very green, almost like pine-like. Whoops, hold on, dropped it. All right, yeah. This one's coming across very piney, very earthy and green. I'm not sure what that is. Almost kind of smells like a Christmas tree, to be honest with you. This would be a good Christmas fragrance for sure. Maybe I'll have to pull this one out when on December 25th for Christmas. This one's good. Very good. Yeah, I am picking up on one note though, vetiver. Yeah, vetiver is starting to come through right now. It is a little bit dry though. Yeah, it's a really dry fragrance. Almost dust-like, to be honest with you. But it's good. I've never smelled anything like this either. Very, very unique. I'm very curious on what that note is that's coming across very piney. I'm about to look the notes up after. Yeah, this is good. I actually like this one a lot. This one will work perfect in the springtime. Yeah, I like this. This is nice. This might be one of my top 5 Amouages so far. Yeah, this is good. That's Portrayal Man. All right, so next M-Wage we have Imitation Man. I think this might be one of the most popular. I think I've heard this name before, so let's go ahead and try this one out here. Now I'm just so blown away how unique all these fragrances are. This is incredible. This one's coming across very citrusy in the opening. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's coming across very citrusy, but I'm not sure what citrus that is. That's not bergamot, not lemon. That is something different. It's also coming across a tad bit floral. Maybe a rose, a slight rose I might be picking up on. Yeah, this one is definitely not one of my favorites out of the ones so far. But it's good. I mean, if you like citrus fragrances with maybe a little bit floral as well, in like a niche quality kind of way, not like your typical designer synthetic. This one actually smells very natural to my nose. Even though I'm not sure what I'm really smelling as far as the citrus goes, but it is something very citrusy and very juicy in the opening. And something very floral, like a different kind of floral. I do pick up on a little bit of rose possibly. There's something else there. It's not smoky, no really incense that I'm picking up on at all. Which, like I said, M-Wage is known for. Nothing here. Yeah, I'm just picking up on a lot of florals and a lot of citruses. So let's go ahead and let that one sit for a moment as well and see if it changes at all. But it's not bad. All right, so the next one up is actually Dior Man, which I think is a classic. I think this might actually be one of the first creations by M-Wage. If I'm not mistaken, let me know down below. But let's go ahead and test out Dior Man by M-Wage. Nice spray. Put that to the side. I pretty much wanted to save the classic for last. Whoops, those are falling. So let's go ahead and see how Dior Man comes across to me. Wow. All right, right off the bat, I'm picking up on vetiver. Heavy dose of vetiver. Which I do love vetiver fragrances. I mean, you really have to love fragrances to appreciate the note of vetiver. It's not crowd pleasing whatsoever. Just comes across very masculine to my nose. Usually pretty wet and earthy. Like, by the way, one of my favorite Guerlains is Guerlain Vetiver, which is just a classic, phenomenal vetiver fragrances. Or fragrance, and also the Ligue Encore Noir à l'Extreme is another great vetiver fragrance, but this one here is nice too. That nice earthy vetiver kind of. This one's a little bit of a wet vetiver, to be honest. It does smell a tiny bit dated though. I'm not sure when this one came out. I would imagine maybe in the late 90s possibly, but this is nice for a vetiver fragrance. That's honestly pretty much all I'm picking up on right now. Let me see if I can try to dive a little bit deeper into it. Yeah, vetiver is just right in your face and not going anywhere. It's just pretty much staying in your face right now. Yeah, maybe a tad, like a little bit of something floral in the backbone of this, but right off the bat, just very heavy on vetiver. But this one is actually blended very well together. I do notice that. I do appreciate that. This is a very well blended vetiver fragrance, which will work perfect. I usually wear vetivers like on a nice spring rainy day. I think they work absolutely phenomenal on like a wet day when it's raining outside. That's the perfect time to wear vetiver, and I would definitely wear this one for that occasion. And it's coming across actually very like a little bit older, like an older guy would like this one. Probably in the 30s and up for sure. Like a businessman kind of thing. Definitely not your teenage kind of fragrance by any means, but usually a teenager's not really rocking M-Wages or really appreciating fragrances yet. I know I wasn't at least, but yeah, this one's good, Dior Man by M-Wage. So let's let these ones settle down. I'll just run through them really quick and let you know which ones are my favorites. All right, so I have let them dry down for a little bit, and I was smelling them and trying to think which ones I liked the most and which ones I didn't. I'll just tell you my top three, since there are quite a few. Coming in at number 3 is actually Lyric Man. This one here, let me see. Yeah, this one's a very good rose fragrance. Probably the best rose fragrance I've actually got my nose on. And like I said, I love rose as a note, especially for being a floral, since men can't really pull up peonies or jasmines and orange blossoms and things like that. Iris, I guess maybe you can, like Dior Homme and Valentino Uomo Intense, but rose is definitely probably my favorite floral note alongside iris. And this one is just a fantastic rose-based fragrance, Lyric Man. I absolutely love this one. That's number 3. So number 2, let's see if you guys can guess it. Yeah, this one's good. Very good. Even smells better now when once it dried down. And that is Dia Man, the classic Dia Man. Like I said, I have a love for vetiver as a note. This one's phenomenal. I might even have to pick this bottle up as well. This one's very good. And save this for the spring. Yeah, this is definitely up there for one of my top favorite vetiver heavy fragrances. Right after with Guerlain vetiver. It's like a darker kind of vetiver than Guerlain vetiver. That one comes across a little bit more maybe citrusy, more green. This one's more dark and wet. Yeah, Dia is number 2. Can you guys guess what number 1 is? All right, so number 1, if you guys guess, you probably know me. It is, of course, Epic Man. Yeah, this one's amazing. This might be my favorite Enwage, up there with Interlude Man. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I'm gonna have to test Interlude Man next to Epic Man. But this one's good, very good. Has that nice oud. It's actually coming across more barnyardy now on the test strip. Once it started to dry down, this one's phenomenal. You have that oud, you have that smoky incense in here. Yeah, it's so good. This is absolutely bottle worthy for sure for me. So yeah, that's the top 3. Epic Man number 1, Dia number 2, and Lyric Man is number 3 out of the ones. And the other 3 weren't necessarily my favorite fragrances, not really up my alley. But let me know down below if you tested any of these 6 Enwages and what your top 3 are. I'm very curious to know that. But yeah, like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.